Honda's Africa Twin adventure bike is a towering presence in the company's lineup. So why not harness all that goodwill to your advantage? And here's your answer, the NT1100 Sports Tourer. But is it dynamic enough to match the cornering and long haul widths of its major competitors? Let's crunch the numbers and hit the tarmac to find out. Sports touring requirements are perpetual, with strong power, comfort aplenty, and the ability to corner with dexterity the major reference points. The NT1100 takes its place under that rider-friendly umbrella, utilising the Africa Twin's chassis and engine platform. Probably most closely aligned with Kawasaki's Versys 1000 in terms of spec and price, the NT1100 is sold with either a manual or dual-clutch transmission, the latter on test today. The NT1100 cuts quite an imposing stance, and the eyes are immediately drawn to the bike's touring assets, such as the upper and lower wings, adjustable screen, panniers, TFT screen, centre stand, and the huge array of head-spinning buttons. The heart of the matter is the parallel twin engine, and without thumbing the starter, you just know it's going to lend itself to a sports touring application with its chunky mid-range. And it's the same for the dual-clutch transmission, which does frenetic just as well as mellow with its drive and sports modes. The NT1100's touring flavour is reinforced by cruise control, a well-padded seat, heated grips, and an expansive cockpit, especially the rangy gap between the seat and footpegs. Taller folk rejoice. The optional panniers cost over $2K, but I reckon they're just about a must on this bike. And in typical Honda fashion, they work well too. Safety features include cornering ABS, traction control and wheelie control, while there are 5 ride modes, 3 preset and 2 customisable, and smartphone connectivity offering Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So all the important bits of the sports touring equation are here. So how does that translate to a seat of the pants experience? From the get-go, it's obvious the NT1100 is a no-fuss, easy-to-ride motorcycle that does everything very well without really being outstanding in any facet. The NT1100's performance figures, like the Africa Twins, don't shout from the page, but it's still a ripper of an engine, certainly bigger than the sum of its parts, and ideal for a sports touring application, even with a pillion and luggage. It's just more mellow than manic. The shower suspension is at the lower end of what you'd expect in terms of quality in this segment, but the remote preload adjustment is a beauty. The manually adjustable screen creates a nice bubble at the highest setting, but it does shake and shudder with some venom. It looks and feels quite flimsy. But in terms of overall comfort, it's one of the most welcoming experiences I've had in a long time. The long-haul friendly refrain is certainly overused, but in the NT1100's case, it's a pertinent one. We've enjoyed the NT1100. Its sporting DNA isn't out of this world, but on the touring side of the ledger, it offers attractive elements aplenty to get you to the other side in absolute comfort. And on that score, it will still win plenty of admirers.